of it. But if it's as scrappy as game one, I could definitely see it quite literally paying off.
Indeed. And yeah, it goes two ways though, right? Because I'm worried that if it's as scrappy of a game as that, like they won't even get to put a word in edgewise because they have a bounty hunter. Like that's the other risk.
That's true, but I think like worst case scenario, as long as you like I don't know trade at least 2 to 1, like bounty at the very least is going to be rich. There's that move speed bonus on the warden, by the way, 434 move speed for 5
Look
seconds.
At him go.
Very fast.
That's not Mosian anymore.
Yeah, and again, phase boots last like all of 3. It's, I mean, yeah, you don't get phase movements, I suppose, on this, but jeez, it's so strong, guys.
Yeah, who needs to go through if you can just go past?
Gotta go fast. Iannilate's gonna go and deny his mid lane ward. Perhaps was convinced he was scouted. I didn't quite catch it with my own eyes, but he knows best. And looks like Realm might scrap a little bit for this rune. Bolo coming over with Janata level 1. And an Orb of Venom is going to be able to get a couple of extra right clicks in for free. But I think it's going to be 2 for 2 here in the runes. Yes, as Warden picks up his and will be on his way towards his lane. For now, though, Marcy sticking around in the top lane. They're going to make a little bit of a cheeky attempt for first blood onto Dota2. We'll see how this pans out.
Yeah, I got the brain sap for the damage as well. Or sorry, excuse me. They got the brain sap, so they cannot be disturbed in this attempt. No nightmare comes out.
And it's a max Agimorph right now. 360 move speed. Or sorry, 360 health. There's going to be the rebound early.
Boom.
DK stun. They need the right clicks. They need them now. He was healing up a little bit. Now morphing into the strength at a not that rapid of a pace. He will be taken down. First blood for Sunlight is pretty much exactly how they drew it up, to be honest.
Yeah. And a level 1 morph is molasses. Yeah. Like, the speed of shift is just absolutely
molasses
nothing.
On a cold finish night.
I'm not sure. Like, nothing moves on a cold finish night.
That's exactly the point.
Not even the fins.
Not even the fins. They stay inside there. Sure they do. They move into the saunas. What do you mean?
This is true. Sometimes they go out of the saunas and into the ice hole.
What the heck is an ice hole?
Well, it's a hole you dig in the ice. You go in that for health.
Health.
Health. And then maybe you whip each other with branches as well, by the way. That's
yes.
the part that I'm not doing, but I have been in the ice hole.
I did hear about that one. Yes, I do. I'm pretty sure, I'm fairly certain, in fact, I've heard it from you here, as they're going to go once again here into Dota2, but now with Nightmare, it is a bit more difficult to get these free kills here onto the Morph.
Bot lane, Sand King getting slapped around by Realm, safe lane Nature's Prophet. We haven't really discussed that this is a carry NP. But yeah, one of the strongest laners in the game, and of course the most ridiculous stat growth of any hero out there, so very much suitable for that carry position.
Yep. Certainly, at least after Stockholm, not out of the realm of normal carry picks either. As, you know, plenty of Dahawk playing it, Matumba as well. We'll see which school of itemization he subscribes to, except for that one game that I'm not going to bring up where Dahawk rushes as Desolator. Normally, I forgot what Dahawk normally builds on his NP. It's not standard. Matumba goes for a much more normal Orchid. Maelstrom, I believe it was for Dahawk. So we'll see what he decides to go and build into. I could definitely see a reason for Maelstrom in this game as they make a play now onto the Bane, but he's going to be a bit too tanky, holds on to the Brain Sap, and in fact, Dota2 is going to look to turn onto MMR Endurance as the Warden blast feeling back to the fountain. Been a little bit too cocky there, as 5ManMidas did not do the math correctly.
Some NA math, maybe. Yeah, that's, well, that's the fast train. At the very least, he's back, full health mana. Gonna bring a salve in as well. Morphling, one of the few heroes, as he brought up, that does not suffer from the half duration on the salve.
Nope.
Could be healed up immediately anyway.
He does not particularly care. This is a kill threat lane, by the way. They're not going into the Minus Armor. They're not falling into that pitfall here. Just Cookie and Scatterblast build here right now for the Warden. It's also, by the way, RRL is ganking at level 4. Hold on, Kips. Stop the presses.
Okay.
He wants sunlight.
He is upset at having had to play Coddle.
Yes, he is. But he is only level 4. And, and that's the gank. That was, I mean, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, he doesn't have a lot to do in this mid lane.
That is true.
There's a Viper here.
That is true.
The Viper, just look at him zoning. He's not interested in these creeps that are dying right now, man. All he wants is to slap RRL back to behind his tower.
That's a good point. That would have been a pretty feel-good moment there if you actually could have gotten the kill. It feels like Snapfire is the much easier target in this lane, though. I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, your magic damage, right? You don't care as much about Dragon Blood, but at the same time, like, the man's still tanky.
Yeah, man's tanky. And a couple of right clicks certainly are going to be involved in getting that kill regardless. No boots on the Snapfire. Yeah, it just didn't seem communicated either, to be honest. Bane and Nautilus were a bit too far away. Yeah.
They seemed just as startled as we were.
Yeah, I mean, I saw him coming in, and I wait a second, what? Did I just fall into an ice hole? What's going on here? RL? Okay, he's okay in the mid lane. I mean, granted, you know, like you brought up, what is he to do in this mid lane? Except try and soak experience, max assimilate, and stack some jungle camps.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is a tragedy for him. There have been so many kills on these side lanes.
Yeah, I did catch the one down bottom, where they ended up running down the Marcy. However, the one top lane was unable to find. And spectate just a cookie into a dragon tail. Sometimes it's that easy.
Yeah, sometimes their kills are just literally at the same time, and I believe JJ is asleep, so, you know, we're doing what we can, folks.
We're doing what we can. He probably is asleep. It's after now he's probably playing Path of Exile.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He's probably waiting.
There's another game that I refuse to reinstall.
That's, yeah, he was very excited for the patch, let me tell you that. Annihilate's up to 10 denies, very excited that his Marcy's ganking the lane. Rebound to level 2 here. Again, a Viper with Brown Boots moves just shy of 500 move speed here with that rebound move speed buff for 5 seconds. And there's a DD rune in the river. That's lovely. Marcy's going to end up finding this one. Viper making a move for it. Actually, Feeling is going to be the one to grab it. And without detection, it's going to be a little bit hard for them to shut down this Bane. Or sorry, without vision, it's going to be hard to shut down, or stop the Bane anyway from getting that DD rune. As he will simply Nightmare away, and that's that. Oh, Bolo's here?
And
for a refill, okay.
Yeah, RL needed to desperately stick to those 2 range creeps that he brought behind his tower there. Might actually, I think he's gonna miss level 6 still. I don't think he's getting it off of this wave. Very close.
It'll be close. Support's going top lane right now because Nautilus is in trouble. Warden has already used the cookie, as has DK. And now let's see what Bolo and Feeling with a second or 2 of DD rune left. What he can do, he's going to find the Marcy, dispose into the Scatter Blast, but they do interrupt the DK stun. In comes as well now Realm, who wants to fight. A beautiful cookie stun catches 2. Bolo trapped behind 4 heroes. A big stun, no burst strike onto 3. Careful here for that caustic finale, which is going to pick up 2. Sunlight's going to TP away. And a crucial teleport in here by the Sand King at least makes it a 2-for-2 trade. It is 2 supports for a second kill here onto the Morphling, but at least it's kills here onto the Space Maker early, the Sand King. He can definitely utilize this early gold.
Absolutely, and this is exactly what I meant when I said in the draft that they needed somebody who could go into these clusters and wreak havoc, because that was exactly it. And he's going to get more stuns like that, because the KBO draft needs to get up close and personal with people.
Very true. All I'm saying is that if he picked Enigma, I would have gotten to yell Black Hole when he did it.
Oh,
that's always fun.
I did that.
Come on. I mean, it's like sometimes these teams, like, they need to think of the casters. Like, we force them to wait so they can start the game, and then they just ignore us the entire time.
Yeah.
Bolo. Thinking about stealing a little bit of gold. He's going to cancel the TP. The Warden, though, is going to be here to punish him because they have dust, and he's going to be blasted into the past. And Realm will not be interrupted on his TP. In fact, they're still going to make the play onto Nautilus. In he comes. He's going to start strength shifting, though, which means this incoming Wrath of Nature is not going to do that much damage. But they have so much damage. He's full strength here, has no armor. Here's Annihilate with the haste rune. Good luck running from this as he spits on him. And the rebound is attempted to steal the kill. That's 3 deaths now on the Morphling. He's finding absolutely no space here, Kips.
Absolutely zero, and I don't think I've ever seen that much value out of a Blightstone.
Uh-oh.
Like...
Okay. Oh, I thought he was... They didn't even see him. He was just doing that for us.
But, yeah, here we go. Sand King holding towers like he's supposed to. The only problem here is that Sand King actually had the best start out of everybody. And now that he's in this position, like, he's going to have to be the playmaker because everybody else got shut down. But he also wants to hold these towers. There's a lots of hats to wear here.
Oh, and they've got vision here on Bolo.
Can't save him.
That'll end up dropping down. I mean, and this is a bit brutal. It's a second death straight now. He's very close to level 6. They're going to make a play now, diving the Sand King, who does have the ultimate, but they have plenty of stuns here. 1, 2, 3, count them. The Sand King could do literally nothing. RL, though, TP's on in. He's got spells. The Warden trying to TP out. Forgot about the 8th, the Remnant. That'll be 2 here for RRL. That's all of his spells. That's all of his damage, but 2 kills for him. RRL, though, in a spot of trouble as Realm's going to TP in. Good Nightmare here, but there's still not enough mana to use the Dissemble. He's got it now, Kips, and is going to be able to use it to get out of dodge just barely. Very well played here by RL. By the skin of his teeth, I believe he makes it out.
Yeah, this is why I want to see this man play the heroes that you can do these things on. Because I was already giggling. I'm like, oh, RL, double kill, overstay, you're welcome, and then you die. Can you be more? But then he gets out.
In trouble mid lane. It's going to be a lot of gold here. Could get the level 6. Nah, not quite to Bounty. Nightmare save here is good. Dodges a bit of damage, but still 5 stacks. Trapped inside Nether Tox, and the Scorpion will drop. That'll be a 1-for-1 trade, and it is level 6 for Bounty. Now they can get moving.
They can get schmoving. And yeah, RL already proven that he can definitely get these kills if, and only if, the enemy has already spent a bunch of their spells. Like, they're still so tanky. You're trying to run a pick-off lineup against mostly strength cores. It's hard. Like, here, this DK, sure, track him up. I'm sure he's going to be very upset about that.
Yeah, Viper early. Oh no, don't hit me. You're going to take 40 damage a second if you do that. Please. Suppose it will be more annoying.
Stop touching me.
It'll be... I guess that's kind of does seem like the kind of guy Viper is. Arduous, playing that one on edge. Didn't even shift any strength for that one. Got hit by Wrath of Nature and a Breathe Fire. Didn't even flinch. Realm, by the way, is going, speaking of Wrath of Nature, for the Dahak build. It's Maelstrom first. So we'll see what he wants to build into.
All right. But that's not, you know, I casted in the qualifiers. I casted King Potato, who goes Aghanim's. That's right.
I love it.
That's a build with some chest hair.
The root. He's going to root him up. Bolo going to be applying some tracks here. Sunlight literally does not care. He's a DK with 2 points. Only 2 points in Dragon's Blood. That's how confident he is. He's max Breathe Fire. Yeah. He's feeling pretty good about this game. There is, however...
So look at that bounty.
Oh, yeah, he's going to end up dying here. Kisses even is going to pick up the kill onto the Sand King. Gets off the Burrow Strike, though. That might be at least a kill onto the Marcy. As Bolo is even going to steal it. That'll be bonus track. Gold Annihilate and Sunlight as well, both tracked up. Sunlight, by the way, with the money here for Blink Dagger, as that's going to be a maxed scatter shot for the kill. Oh, no. That was Grip immediately canceled there onto the Bane. Tower to fall. And KBU still managing to just simply take the structure. Not really much 5ManMidas could do. In fact, I'm a bit surprised Sand King decided to go for the full Vanguard here. Arduous, in the meantime, is keeping away from the very scary Viper. Will he die in Fountain? No, he's going to be okay.
Just about. But... yeah, like, I think this Vanguard choice from the Sand King here is pretty simple. Like, he realizes that he needs to get a bunch of spells spent on him, and if he wants to do the best job that he can, he's going to have to live through a bunch of it. Because he will be basically the only frontliner, and he will have to enable RL to get follow-up kills after a bunch of those spells are already spent. Yep. He can't just roll over and die immediately.
Crimson, by the way, is a much better item. Significant buffs, especially for the guard buff on ranged heroes. It's up to 50 damage blocks, up from 25. which is pretty big for your Bane, for your Morphling even early on. It's decent. I wouldn't think he's going to rush it. He probably still goes BKB before he considers Crimson, and then by then, Crimson doesn't feel that good anyway. But, you know, I like that they're buffing the alternative BKB items. I watched the...
alternative BKB is alternative Wraith Pact.
True. Realm, TPing away. He's not scouted here. He'll be all right.
All right, back into
It just feels nice that offlaners don't have to just buy 2 bracers in lane, go blink BKB, refresher. Like, that's been the default build, feels like, for every offlaner. Adius is killed off by the blink dagger reveal. A quick little unleash there by Marcy, and they will turn that Morphling into a puddle. I like how you can unleash towers as well. Poor thing.
Yeah. Just see if you can turn it into Tower Pisa.
Oh, dusted up. Dragon Tail stun is going to apply. There is another grip. This time it's going to be onto the Viper. Realm from behind, pumping in the damage with the Maelstrom. Doesn't quite have it, as there's going to be the kisses raining down. The collecting 2 heroes now, soon to be 3, as RL slow to a crawl. Even the dispose is used. Buyback there by the Bane, as Adios is going to waveform on back. Bane, yeah, he's going to cancel that one. Didn't want any of that smoke.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and so here's the thing with the Bounty Hunter, right? They get a kill, that was a track kill as well, like they get the bonus gold from that, but at least one of their heroes is already dead by that point, and then they're over-engaged into a fight that they just don't have the damage to win.
Yeah, and it is a 1 for 4, 1 for 5, 1 for 4, because the Bane did not dawn back. Yeah. Sure, it's a carry, but even with track, you just simply can't afford to make these trades. It just doesn't make dollars and cents.
It does not. You'd get kicked out of business school for this.
Yes, you would. Or get put in charge of a bank, who knows?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell these days.
It's like a 50-50, right?
Yeah,
you know, if you wear your Ray-Bans with enough confidence.
Sunlight. Oh, speaking of confidence, they waited for the Wrath of Nature. Have they timed it perfectly? No. Adios avoids the Scatter Blast, but in comes Marcy with the Dispose. Not nearly enough, and now Bolo's going to get some serious track bonus gold. Down goes the Marcy. The Warden also likely to fall as they chase away Sunlight. Realm also is going to find himself in pretty deep here. Does not have a TP out if he wants to go for it. Down goes the Bounty, but in exchange for not only... Oh no, he was ticks down. He ticked down. That was all the strength he had. Doesn't matter much because the track gold's still going to end up favoring 5ManMidas pretty heavily here. Well, the track actually expires there onto the
RL?
RL is a bit deep. Oh, and Eyelight's going to spit on him, and he's dead. Oh no.
Oh boy.
That was a bit much. Well, they didn't get the track bonus gold onto the Snapfire, which is what I was trying to make out there at the last. But they got 3 track kills, and you can really start to see that bonus gold add up now. It's 4 for 4, but the gold is by far a better trade here for 5ManMidas.
Yeah, for the first time in this game. Yeah. And yeah, a little bit overzealous from KBU there. They didn't quite time that right, and I think that's an indication of incoming damage problems, honestly, because this Viper's going to buy BKB now, right? So it's basically just their Nature's Prophet that's going to have to do the clicking, because the DK sure as hell isn't a damage hero either. So this might be a possible indication of a turn. That Morphling's starting to become trouble.
Yep. I don't know. I think the DK with the new, not the new Ags, but with the amount of overwhelming Ags we've seen.
Yeah, like if he gets the Ags, we're there again.
Yeah.
But that's a bit off. He wants a BKB first, probably.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, it'll be BKB Ags. Yeah, it's very true. Uh-oh. Thinking. Might be in trouble. Okay, the Depose actually puts him a bit out of range of kisses, and they cancel him immediately. For the first time, I think, this game, we're going to see the Epicenter, which is going to pick up a kill, and I believe that was 1 track kill onto the Warden. So again, good trades, a little bit of eco damage recovered, and all of a sudden, Sand King's the richest hero on the 5ManMidas side of the map.
Once again, man, Bounty Hunter in the game means Medallion of Courage in the game. Where has this item been?
Yeah, it has kind of fallen off, hasn't it?
Like, it has been in the bottom of the Grand Canyon, honestly.
Really sure.
Nobody ever builds it anymore.
I'm not sure why. I think they nerfed the mana regen on it too much. It just never feels like a viable item. Solar Crest is good and all, But when they made the problem is they made Solar Crest so cheap when they took out the ultimate orb, which fair enough, right?
Yeah.
And then they as a result they just nerfed that item and then nerfed Medallion even more. I guess is kind of what happened to it. I completely forgot about this item. I never build it anymore.
Yeah. I've been kind of sad about it. I love this on Fast Alchemist.
Ah, yeah. I mean, it's such a good item.
Get your farm item and then you go.
He's been scouted. Oh, nice. They actually threw him underneath the outpost, which is going to give him true sight. They threw him just out of range of the sentry.
Neat.
Good positioning there. Oh, and Realm's in. He's got a VKB. He's going to ignore the stun there by RRL. As Oddhorse does not have a waveform here. And that was a gobble up onto RRL, but he makes it out. And he's going to find himself on the opposite side of the Ancient Camp. Oddhorse was ignored. Does not have BKB. Gets a second waveform off, but MMR, Tourist, Sunlight, not going to scout him. Good positioning there in the trees. He will make it out. That's a single BKB reveal. What was that? That was just a rebound. That wasn't gobble up. That was just Marcy coming in with a vengeance.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Oh no, Adios.
A great Delta split for 5ManMidas though. Oh,
yeah, he got off strength gain and he has a waveform, but the stuns, the cut with the CC is perfect. It is going to allow RRL to find a snipe though, and here comes some major damage. Epicenter did not go off actually. They didn't need it though. Sunlight is going to drop. The Warden as well is tracked up here, but they've got the Viper on the high ground just raining down this poison. That should tick through at least Sand King, and it does. But it's still a 2 for 4 here. Bomo thinking about getting cheeky, and without a grip, it feels like a bit of a hard kill. There's a Witchblade though, and that's a BKB charge forced out. He's gonna go for the TP out. Oh, unfortunately, you cannot steal. Oh, I guess it was on cooldown. Janyata on cooldown there, must have been.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Pierce's.
Well, whatever. It's only like 30 gold or whatever you missed out on. But good.
It's about sending a message, Richie.
Yeah, you gotta take a $5 note out of his wallet. That's what I do whenever I have friends over. I take their wallets and take a $5 bill out of it.
Whenever they run away from you, they're getting out.
Very true. Very true. Okay. Well, Snapfire Blink. No shard yet, so the Blink stun threat is not going to be here yet for Morphling. That is going to be a pretty important tool. Oh man, this Morph is poor.
That's a Blink stun.
Oh, this Morph is so poor, and RRL is going to be picked off as well. There's going to be Epicenter, but it's just a kill onto the Marcy, who was at least tracked. Sand King now is going to end up falling. Warden's quite low, but the fight's going real bad in 5ManMidas. They've lost 4 already. Adius, he has been unable to farm all game keeps. He just has treads. And, oh no, and a Lincoln's, which was on cooldown there, didn't block the stun. He's going to live for now, as Realm is going to break Lincoln's with Sprout. So he's not going to be able to trap the Morph. He'll make it out this time, but he is. Oof, this Morph needs some money, Kips.
He does. Do they have a money ball for him to hold, maybe?
A Philly Stone?
Not quite yet. Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under
Why does everyone call it Philly? Like, money ball is right there.
Money ball's good. I like Philly Stone. Philosopher's Stone.
Yes, it's not a horse.
It's not a horse. That'd be a bit weird if it was a horse. It's hard to hold a horse in your hand.
I bet it's the horse people that started this, though.
The Philly Stone?
Philly Stone, yeah. Or is it Jenkins?
I don't know, actually. It might have been Jenkins. Philosopher's Stone was a thing. It's a thing from human lore, actually. It's alchemists thought that was the secret thing to turn any metal into gold. Philosopher's Stone. Back when, you know, like people would drink mercury and all that stuff to cure whatever.
Oh yeah.
So you know, we had our priorities straight. Turn metal to gold. Drink mercury. Good old days.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, bad days for Roche, though, who finds himself up against a lot of green heroes, lots of poison, and now Realm has a second life to play with. That'll bolster him a bit more as his BKB duration dwindles down to 7 seconds. Good high ground hold here, though, from 5ManMidas, who might be forced into a fight here. The Warden has Blink. His smoke's going to break. Marcy as well at the ready, but they found RRL, and that's the perfect jump to start it off. He almost got off a spell, but the dispose just in time here after the rebound. Now they're going to try and turn this fight and salvage whatever they can out of it, but it's a lost fight here as they only get the Marcy. Kisses raining down, pick off the Sand King. It's 2 cores. Only for a support. Bolo, he's died here earlier. It seems like he's going to die here again. Trying to snipe this Aegis. Finds himself only stunned and killed. Oh no! Yeah, he died here about 5 minutes ago or so when this ward was placed down. So
Yeah.
it's a bit unfortunate positioning from him.
Yeah, I mean, he dealt a surprising amount of damage there, though.
Yeah.
That was...
Self-crit
He got a
multiplier
lot
is
closer than I thought.
pretty good here at 170%. What does stack with Janata with that bonus damage and throw Shuriken in there? And he hurts this guy.
Solar Crest? Yeah.
But
Only once.
only once, and then you die.
Yeah.
That's kind of the issue on this guy. And now Blink Shard is up. That's a stun that Morphlane cannot avoid with Linken's, and he just waveformed. So I thought they were ready to go in for something. But
Luckily for him, the follow-up was not in place, but otherwise, yeah, he's dead there.
yeah,
And instead, it's gonna be Bolo.
oh, Bolo. Yeah. Oh, where
Is
is
a
he?
sec too late?
Oh, that's a Gleipnir. Hello.
Ah, he's still dead.
Oh, RL's got something to say about that. It's
Oh.
hello, give me your money, as Bolo will end up baiting one.
Nice. Okay. I Annihilate is here, though. He's gonna have a Scotty so soon.
Yeah.
That's where it doesn't matter anymore that he's, like, not that big of a damage dealer. He's just going to slow everybody.
And he's still
So
just
crawl.
he's so annoying. He's still finding good relevance here on the Viper, which is rather hard to do. We're starting to get to that point where enemies can kind of start to ignore you, but at least for the next bit of time, it's not going to be the case. Now he has an invis room, but is properly tracked, so shouldn't be any surprise to anyone where he is. As Bolo is going to be disposed of. Yeah, he is spit up and killed RL, hoping to at least get revenge here on the Marcy. Did actually make a play for it, which might spell the death of him. As he cuts himself free, is going to be greeted by a greater treant and will be killed off. I think Kipsy lives there if he uses the right dissimulate portal.
Yes. Well, he did the maths, and he was very close.
He was.
Radiant's bottom
He
tower
was.
is under attack.
Not right.
Close but no cigar. BKB out for the Dragon Knight. As,
Yeah. How did they kill him? Like, their only damage so far has been RL. And it's whatever this Sand King can drum up.
Morphling. I mean, he's getting there at least. He's now actually
where?
farming with some stats on him. 2 ultimate orbs to his name. A Yasha. He's almost got Manta style, which is going to be pretty big for him.
Dire's
But
top tower is under attack.
Gotta say, this is like a Kips level Manta style timing. This guy's suffering, big time.
no, that's Annihilate. Realm team, you know, they actually give the
Radiant's
Arcaner
middle
in here
tower
to the
is under
NP.
attack.
I guess.
Dire's top tower.
Don't even
has
dare
fallen.
go up to this mid tower. Like, his mid tier 1 is not just still up, but also still pretty healthy. The entirety of 5ManMidas was just there, and they're like, nah, we can't.
Oh, and
Oh,
they found
that's
RL.
stunned.
Yep, and that Sunlight popping the BKB. Oh, wow, the follow-up damage killed the Bane. They didn't even know he was there. The Nightmare at least is going to put Marcy in a very bad spot. Oculus with the right-click damage, trying to get through him. There's Manta Style coming in clutch, as BKBs are forced out here by the Sand King ultimate, but he is trapped inside the Sprout and will be killed off. He's got buyback. Bane's going to buy back as well. They need to get something out from this, but Realm has the Aegis. I Annihilate as well is going to make it off the high ground successfully. No core is bought back at the very least. RL doesn't have it anyway. 5ManMidas getting the worst end of all of these exchanges. It's just been the same tune all game, unfortunately, for them.
It has been, but they're getting some big offs here and there. Like, their financial situation is less bad than I expected, and frankly less bad than it was at the same time in the previous game.
That is true, but
So-
last game they did have an Alchemist.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Fair point.
so, you know, it's,
Scanning.
you know, you're not incorrect. It's the best kind of correct. Technically correct.
Yes.
Yeah, the track is certainly helping, but once again, it's the 1-2-3 combo here, as there's the stuns constantly onto RL, who just respawned. And that's been the story for him all game. Status resist or not, it's been one stun after another all game. And now in some trouble here, leashed up is going to be feeling. He's going to try and channel Fiend's Grip, didn't have buyback anyhow, knew he was dead. Sand King was going to follow him into the grave. They just reclaimed here. Hunter was showing up to fight, but doesn't really have much to offer here, as the barracks are being unleashed on by Marcy and company. Oh, the Gleipnir. AoE cast here does reveal the invis targets. Kukai Arcuus at the very least is going to lend Bolo his Lincolns for a sec.
Yeah, he would have gotten disposed otherwise.
Everyone's being tracked. And Sure,
Dire's middle
kids.
barracks.
Doing damage here, Kips.
Yeah.
Dire's middle
I
tower
mean,
is under
That's
attack.
1,000 damage
This-
right there. But they aren't in the
Yeah.
game.
Dire's middle tower.
Oh, and the
Oh.
Warden's had enough of this. There's going to be the buyback
No.
committed. Down goes the Warden. Kill number 1 that they needed. Annihilate is going mano on mano here versus Audiguis, and Audiguis is very much on the losing end of this, Kips. He's going to tick down, I think, just to the magic damage. No, barely able to stay alive as
No.
Sunlight's going to BKB up and try and TP out. Brown, in the meantime, has TP, but no BKB to speak of, so he is taken down, and that makes it 3 dead KBU overstaying their welcome.
Yeah. Finally, one of those clustered fights where the Sand King gets to have a decent ult in the middle, gets to live, while RL jumps on the backlines and takes out the snap fire in there. Or wait, no, it was not snap. Was it Marcy?
Marcy. Yeah.
One of the sports.
Snappy
yeah.
Snap
That it might.
Oh, RL is making the jump. This is a big one on Annihilate. Doesn't have BKB,
Yeah, they got it.
and without that, he's as easy as dead. This is a big, big, big gold swing here. Downey's got 1,600 golds from that. Let's take a look at how that one kind of started over on the high ground. This is just 1,000 damage each
It's
one of
just
these
spam.
casts.
And the Warden really overdoes it here. Then with the buyback, this is a lot of damage. And now they're, you know, that chained group situation they've got going on KBU? They could not execute that whatsoever when they're getting jumped at 3 angles at the same time.
Yep, it's a bit too difficult to
Radiant's
make
top
that
tower
perfect
is under
lockdown
attack.
work when you're the ones being jumped like that. And finally, RRL. So you're going to be able to hit this mid-tier 1 tower, bolstered by his creep wave, and DD
Radiant's
Rooney is
middle tower
tear
is
right
under
through that
attack.
thing.
Radiant's
Same
middle
time as
tower
Odhuis
has
takes
fallen.
top lane. They did so in such a manner where they didn't try and give a 4-5. That was really well done, actually, by
Radiant's top
5ManMidas.
tower is
Hard to
under
coordinate
attack.
that. I did just see a Wraith Pack get purchased by someone. What was that? Sand King?
No.
Am I crazy?
It was the Bounty Hunter.
Oh wow, that's money.
Yeah, Bolo's scraped together a good bit of cash.
Now he's actually going for Ag Scepter, and I mean, if he can keep getting off just free Ginadas as he's been in that last fight, I mean, I could see this Bounty Hunter getting off some pretty serious damage.
Yeah, but it needs to be like a set situation, right? It needs to be something else like that high ground fight or his team going high ground.
Courier,
I
get
don't
it.
think it's going to be his
Oh,
team.
come on,
going
Bolo.
high ground.
You know you want it.
Hina's is up there.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh,
He's gonna
he
die.
He can't see it. No, he can't see it up there. Oh, the smoke. He almost popped it. If he was killing the courier, I think he would have gotten it. Sometimes greed is good. Tourist has Ag Scepter, by the way. Ancient Black Dragon upgrade. So it's got free pathing as well as increased damage. It's
bailing.
even harder to kill him now, especially for RRL, who is trying his best to escape. The root doesn't last nearly long enough, but he is leashed here inside of this sprout. Kiss is raining down Elder Dragon on top. He will drop. Does not have buyback still. And there's going to be the Dispose. They've caught the Sand King, and he just bought back. In that
Oh,
last
no,
fight,
that's
there
just
is going to be now Bolo in trouble. He might have buyback, but it doesn't matter because the RRL does not, Sand King does not, and that is the game. It's going to be KBU taking the series 2-0.
Yeah, not without the little hiccups here and there. I expected a bigger disaster from this Bounty Hunter, frankly. I mean, I think I made that pretty clear. Like,